Janet Zappala, and welcome to Wealth of Health. A lot of what I do is really about finding ways to make the foods that I love, and hopefully that you love, but a little bit lighter and healthier, because, you know, food really is one of our greatest pleasures in life. So we don't want to give up the things that we love. However, with the obesity rate the way it is, with heart disease, the #1 killer here in the US, we have to find ways to eat better. Again, I don't want to give up the things I love, just find a better way to make it. So I have a great recipe for you today that really falls into that lighter, healthier category. It's creamy tortellini. I know you're thinking, creamy tortellini, how can that be lighter and healthier? Well, I'll tell you what, I have my secret ingredient here. You can use heavy cream, even light cream, and it's fabulous, of course. What doesn't taste great with cream? However, if you really like this dish and you want to have it more than just once a year, you can try evaporated fat-free milk and cut the saturated fat in half, and also obviously cut down on your calorie intake. So this is what we're going to make. Very simple recipe, very quick. I already have the water getting ready to boil here, and in the meantime, I have a big pan here because we're going to throw in some really tasty ingredients. I've got about a cup of green peas. You can use frozen or fresh. Delicious. They're a great form of nutrients, protein, and great for your bones. Just a wonderful source of good nutrients. I also have fresh mushrooms, and really you can use anything you like. I have baby bellas here, but anything will do. I have about a little more than a cup. My recipe calls for about a cup, but if you like mushrooms, throw in a few more. What the heck? They're good for you too. In addition, what we're going to do is throw in some Parmesan cheese at the end and a little bit of ham. However, the ham is uncured, it's not processed, it's natural. So when you're eating something like ham or bacon, again, try to go for the natural, the uncured, because that way you don't have any chemicals, no nitrates, which can be harmful to our health. So the first thing we're going to do is add some olive oil. About 2 tablespoons. Again, extra virgin olive oil is always the way to go. It's the healthiest, it has the most nutrients, and it's really, really tasty. It's got the most taste to it because you're getting the first pressing of the olives, which gives you your maximum flavor. So we're going to let that heat up for a little bit. We're going to add, of course, you're talking to Janet here, I'm talking to you, garlic. It's great tasting, and it's also good for you. And as far as I'm concerned, you can never have enough garlic. In fact, with enough garlic, you could eat the New York Times, right? It's that good. So we're going to throw that in. I also have a bouillon, which just, again, amps up the flavor. You're looking for things that are quick and easy, that are really going to make your dish flavorful. It's a natural vegetable bouillon that we'll throw in here with the olive oil that's heating up nicely. And I think we're ready for our garlic. Throw that in. Okay, ooh, it's sizzling, can you hear that? That's what you want. You want the olive oil or whatever oil you're using to be warm enough so that everything sizzles, so it doesn't just sit there in the oil. The mushrooms, the peas. Even if you don't like peas, you'll love this dish. I'm not crazy about peas, but with this dish, I'd say they're just delicious. And again, you're getting a great source of nutrients there. We're going to throw the ham in a little bit later because it's already cooked, so we don't really need to cook it again. So we'll just throw it in to heat it up at the end, right before we throw it in with the pasta. So what you want to do is just stir that up a little bit over medium heat. Okay, and this cooks for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, you can put your water on, as I say, let that heat up. Again, this is a very quick recipe, so I'm going to throw in the ham now. And what you want to do is just cut it up into bite-sized pieces, just like this. Use a nice sharp knife and you'll have no problem. This is Virginia baked ham. Absolutely delicious. So we'll let that warm through. In the meantime, I'm going to throw in the tortellini. It doesn't take that long to cook. We're making a spinach and tomato and cheese tortellini today. You know, I'm a big fan of whole grains, but I can't seem to find whole grain tortellini without partially hydrogenated oils. And I can't figure that out. Why are they making a whole grain pasta that's supposed to be healthy for us, and then they're using trans fats? So unless you know of something, I can't find it. Let me know. So in the meantime, I'm using, as I say, this tricolor tortellini, because at least it's made with vegetables, with some spinach, and also with some tomatoes, which are also good for us. So we're going to go that route today. In addition, it makes a really pretty dish when it's done, because it is that tricolor. All right, as you can see, everything is cooking up very nicely with regard to what's going to make our sauce. And now we're just waiting for the tortellini. Again, you can come home from work or whatever and you're tired, but you want something quick and something good for you. This is such a perfect recipe because it's so easy and so quick. Tortellini's ready when it floats to the top, and it's just about ready, as you can see there. Coming to the top very nicely. Here we go. Now the tortellini goes right back into the pot. Back onto the burner, very, very low, just a simmer, just so that everything kind of cooks as we complete this process. So we're going to throw in our pea and ham and mushroom mixture, just like this. And here comes the evaporated fat-free milk, which again doesn't sound that great, but boy does it taste good when all of this comes together. It's already looking creamy, but it really does. As it cooks up to be really rich, has a wonderful texture, and you won't even miss the cream. If you've never had this with cream before, you'll never miss it. And then we're just going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Now, a good cook always tastes what she or he makes before serving. So I've got to do a little taste test here. Make sure. Delicious. Top it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese if you like. Is that not gorgeous? The fat-free milk just cooks up beautifully to be nice and rich and creamy.